Hello everybody, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm Martin Wenzel, and we're about to take another job. It's Thursday, 5 in the morning. Finished our last job, it was Santa Cruz, so we're gonna look for a job there. I don't want to take a heavy load, so it might be this road roller. That seems like a good job, let's do that. So we're going to be taking a Peterbilt 579 high-rise sleeper. This job will pay us 61 cents per mile, so $297. Alright, we're at Blue Line Rental. I have a new sign or company real life logos mod and gas stations by Satan19990. And I think this used to be like a John Deere or something with the other mod I had, but now it's Blue Line Rentals. And we are taking this road roller. And I don't see a logo on it. What kind it is. Well, let's get started here. We've got our Peterbilt. We're driving to Carlsbad Bitumen. And here we go. Make sure we clear this fence. Taking this little backcountry road. I'm not sure what the name of this road is, but it's a pretty small road. At that last stop sign, it looks like we need to just tweak the braking intensity, because I do have a new physics mod activated, and it seems like the braking is just a little too much. As we drive through this little road, you might notice the vegetation looks different. I do need a side-by-side comparison because I do have a new mod installed called Enhanced Vegetation from Slavsan93, and it looks pretty good. Also have a new mountain texture pack installed from him and a realistic road textures pack. And it's not as apparent with this little road here, but You'll notice it when we get on the freeways and the main highways. The road textures. Really cool. Now, this vegetation looks really nice. Everything just seems better. I mean, it's been a while since I played. Took a month or two off from playing. Oh, what was that? It's got a nice beep there, and I'm not sure what that was for. I think I'm discovering this road under this profile. I'm not sure what road this is in real life or why it's even in the game. I don't know why you'd have trucks driving on a little one-lane country back road, but it's here, I guess, for the challenge. Yeah, I don't know what that, I'm not sure at all what that sound is. That beeping, so if anyone can tell me in the comments below what that, ringing is. Do I have a phone call coming in? I don't know. Yeah, these new mods I installed have really made the game run much smoother. I was having a lot of difficulty with frame rates. And these new mods seem to be pretty light on the load. New textures for the roads, new vegetation textures, new mountain textures. I have some improved vehicle lights from FRKN64. Yeah, that braking intensity is a little too high. So we'll get to stop sign and I'm gonna pop out and fix those settings. Okay, got that set. And we need to turn right here. You can see the new road texture. Nice asphalt. And we'll be getting on the 5 going south right here. I really like this asphalt texture. And you get over into the emergency lane, it looks like they've repaved, sort of. You can see the different paving areas. Alright, gotta be careful with our speed. We're in California, can only go 55. So I was in America for August, and me and my wife did a long road trip. Well, it wasn't really long, it was distance-wise long, but it only took 10 days, I think. And we drove from Milwaukee, Wisconsin down to the Grand Canyon, loosely following the Route 66. And getting to see some of the landscape that you get to see in this game and will be seeing in the New Mexico. We did the little musical road outside Albuquerque, New Mexico. Now, note for everyone, I think this will be how it is in the game, but that only is on Route 66 going eastbound, not westbound. So we drove on Route 66 and we were looking for it, and we drove all the way past and never happened. And then I realized, oh, it's eastbound, so we had to double back, drive the other way. Got to hear America the Beautiful. Pretty cool. Everyone kind of griping about New Mexico taking so long. I mean, if you've ever driven through New Mexico, it's clear why it's taking a while. It's huge. There's some amazing landscapes. And that's just the I-40 stretch. So I'm really excited for New Mexico coming out. I'm hoping SCS gets a little quicker putting out these states. I'd love to see Utah. We went, so our road trip, we went, down through Illinois on the Route 66, hit Springfield, Illinois, went to the Abraham Lincoln Museum. Then we went, we were following, I believe, the I-55, not sure which highways, which interstates. Went through Missouri, and then I think from Missouri it goes into Kansas for a moment. If you follow Route 66, the historical Route 66 itself, you go into Kansas for 13 miles, and then we went into Oklahoma, drove through the panhandle of Texas on the I-40, and man, that is flat. Texas is flat up there. Then we went into New Mexico, and suddenly the landscape changes. Much more interesting. Camped out in Grants, New Mexico. And then we got into northern Arizona. Went through the petrified forest, painted desert. Did the Grand Canyon. Then we went over to Kingman, Arizona. Got on US 93 going up to Las Vegas, went over the Pat Tillman Memorial Bridge, looked at the Hoover Dam, went into Las Vegas, drove around there, and then went back up through Utah, and then got onto the I-70, went through Colorado, and I can't wait until Colorado and doing the I-70 in American Truck Simulator. That's going to be really amazing. A really interesting highway. Interesting bridges and tunnels winding through those mountains. Went through Colorado, then we went up into Nebraska, and then on through Iowa, back a little bit through Illinois, and back into Wisconsin. So we got to see a lot of American roads, about 5,000 miles on the rental Jeep. And it was pretty neat seeing, the Interstate 40 from the perspective of real life, comparing it to what it looks like in American Truck Simulator. You get a feel for what it's like, but definitely real life is always the way to go if you want to travel. And if you can, get down there, see the Grand Canyon. I mean, nothing, you see it on pictures, you see it in this game, but nothing is like standing there on the edge looking down a mile and seeing these trails where you can walk if you want to do the hiking and camping in the Grand Canyon, and just seeing the amazing amount of distance that you can see and how far down it is. So that was a really great trip. Kind of miss it. Kind of miss America back in China and all that entails with the crazy drivers over here. Oh, we had a little stretch there of different pavement for the road. And now we're back onto the old black asphalt. Now I'm not sure if these little graphical texture mods change the lighting, because the saturation levels seem a little bit more back to the game original, despite me having a FRKN64's graphical mod in, which really lightens it up, makes it look like midday. What time is it? It's almost 10 a.m. So you'd think it'd be getting a little bit more washed out. But that just might be my memory of what it looked like before I added these 3 mods from Slavsan 93. So I'll have an updated mod listing in the description below. Got new mountain textures, and actually it's from the same guy that had the mountain textures the last few episodes where the mountains were really red, but these ones look a little bit more realistic, the right colors, not just red. So new mountain textures, realistic road textures, and you can see those right now as we're driving on them, and enhanced vegetation all around us. Those are all from Slavsan 93, SLAVSAN 93. And they run pretty well. I like my frame rate's actually better with this than it was with other mods. Ouch. Dropped a few other mods off, got rid of them, and downloaded a few new ones that have been trending and pretty popular recently. The real life logos and gas stations. And so I got rid of gas station mod and got rid of American Realism, I think was the mod that I was running to get the real life logos. And it looks like the logos are all pretty good. It's a few different companies now than there were before, including this rental company we're driving for today. And then a couple, like 2 or 3 downloads from Andre383, real company box trailers, real company tank trailers, and I think real logos for the heavy cargos. And so you'll see, Case and John Deere and whatever on those tractors or whatever you're pulling. There'll be real logos. And those seem to be running pretty well. What I'm looking for now is just trying to find some more truck mods that I can use while we're doing these quick jobs. So I can drive a lot of different trucks, in Euro Truck Simulator, you can drive Volvos and MANs and, Renaults and Iveco and all these different brands because they have so much more brands there. And as we were doing our road trip, we saw so many Freightliners, Western Stars out on the road, and it'd be really cool to be able to drive those a little bit more often in this game. I see, we're supposed to be in this trucks and buses lane. Well, we'll go in the cars lane. I don't remember seeing that sign before, so I was always wondering why there were 2 lanes to get on here. All right, we got some mountains ahead of us as we're going into the Sierras, right? I believe it's the Sierras. I think I have Project West still activated. So we got 4 nice lanes here. Ooh, and this concrete looks really good. This new concrete. You can see the grooves that they put in nowadays. There you can see Caterpillar on that tractor. And that's a mod from Andre 383. And we are entering Los Angeles County, all the way out here. Now this FedEx truck, he's all the way over in that left lane. He should really be over, at least in the lane I'm in, if not the truck lane. We're doing pretty good, going up this hill, 55 miles per hour. So we got a little bit of power, a light load, only 20,000 pounds, this road roller. I'll tell you, my truck just took that climb right there better than the Jeep I was driving on our road trip going through the mountains in Colorado. I'd put in automatic and then we'd start going up a nice steep grade and it would just rev all the way up to 7,000 RPMs. I'm like, okay, I don't need any of that. So we were just taking it easy, going about 40 miles per hour in the far right lane, going up. Cars cruising by, going 80, 90 miles per hour. And when I told my wife that I wanted to go out west, she asked, "Oh, what's out there?" And I was like, "Oh, well, more mountains. The Rockies, the mountains down into Arizona, New Mexico." And she, we had already gone out to the Black Hills, South Dakota, and where we live in China is quite mountainous. But she really loved it out there in the west, Arizona, Grand Canyon. Definitely much different than anything we see here in China. So, good trip. Good trip. Alright, we're making good time. I know the estimate said it was going to take about 11 hours, but we are just over 2.5 hours out. Alright, sorry dude, I gotta move over. And about 100 miles from our destination, Carlsbad. Just have to go through LA. And we should be okay because it's midday. Traffic won't be too bad. It'll still be bad, but not terrible. Won't need to get any gas. And we'll see how long it takes them to unload us. Might be able to get on their job. I turned off the sign project, but I'm noticing a few of the signs have some interesting things I've never seen before. That last one. Oh, look at the vegetation here now. Some really interesting little cactus there, or whatever that was, with the red flowers. As I was saying, like the sign for going to Pasadena had some kind of park there. Here it says Rosecrans Avenue. So I'm not sure if Project West, they've kind of worked in a sign, changing the signs there. That sign's interesting, right in the ground. That's good to see that at least there's some signs have been changed. Yeah, here, Rosecrans Avenue, Norwalk. So I'm not sure where that's being changed, if the vanilla game changed or if that's in Project West, because the sign project that I had been using in conjunction with Project West, I have turned off. And maybe it's been folded into the same thing. I know Project West is eventually going to get folded in the Coast to Coast, I think. Or no, Pro Mods. When Pro Mods finally gets going, really gets going in American Truck Simulator, which I cannot wait for. Really gonna make it look good. Yeah, Huntington Beach. Texture is definitely different, and the vegetation much different than the stock vegetation from the game. Some of it's not looking so great though. This yellow stuff kind of looks pretty flat, almost looks like a Doom perspective on it. Alright, we gotta get on La Costa Avenue here. That's Beezer Homes here, getting built. Well, it says bitumen, but saying cat here, so well, it's a construction zone either way. I think we're gonna pull forward. Hopefully. Otherwise, we should have gotten off the road on the other side if we're not. Okay, so just gonna pull in straight. I really think it's not going to be this way. Map, you failed me. Guess we could have looked at the map earlier and figured that this would be a construction zone. Alright, so we gotta back up a little bit. Yeah, this was very good telling us where we had to drop this off. Close enough to me, but gotta be 100% accurate. Where does this need to be? There we go. See if we can just get this a little bit straighter. Alright, so we're driving Peterbilt again. We have a bulldozer, unmarked, going to Eli. Make us $449. We've got to get there by Saturday. It's going to be quite a haul. So let's get going. I like the parking, how they start us in this really bad spot. It's like, how'd the truck even get in here to begin with? All right. Skate park over here. Tennis courts. Oh, a little bit of a traffic jam coming off the freeway. We need to find a place to rest. I think we'll be able to find some place on the north side of Los Angeles. Still haven't optimized the AI. Then again, it just might be a traffic. I might have a traffic mod that makes the AI be stupid. So even if they did update it, but it always drives me nuts when you're trying to merge over and the cars just stay in the lane. It's like, come over, move over to the left lane. You have room. Alright, looks like there's a truck stop, or at least a rest area on the 5 after we pass the 101. And that's actually where we're going to have to get off to go over to Nevada. So that'll work out for us. We're getting off here. Palmdale, Santa Clarita. And we will stop for the night at this hotel. And hopefully be able to get out of this back parking lot tomorrow morning. Okay. Well, it's 7:30. We're gonna take a rest. Until next time, I'm Martin Wenzel. Please take care. Goodbye.